It's already captured.
I'm streaming.
On our
I'm
videos.
streaming.
We're the first one. All of you were girls.
I'm
True.
still a girl.
Coincidence.
Because I'm too fucking lazy to make a fucking avatar for my character.
Even
because
like
it
the
always
lizard
works.
folk was a girl.
That was because his D&D character was a girl.
Wait.
But you were still a girl before.
Always a girl anyway.
I played as a D&D girl for the first time, and it felt weird. I didn't like it.
Wait. What if you're weird?
I don't know, because I don't know how to fucking act like a girl. I'm a dude.
You know, it's one thing to look like a girl, it's one thing to try and act like a girl.
Spoly's reaction.
You
didn't see it earlier. It was like
What do
fucking.
you mean you don't know how to act like a girl? You act like a person.
Those aren't people.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding.
No, it's being recorded. I was kidding.
Wow!
Oh god.
Where are we going?
Y'all set me up. That's not fair. Y'all set me up.
I'm getting all.
Who said it? What the hell?
Toaster is now
I said
playing
it for the
VRChat.
meme.
I am, and now I'm playing OVR
True.
drop.
Yes.
I should really get that OVR toolkit.
Oh, your toolkit's nice. I like it a lot.
Seems like it would be
I
better than
forgot what
OVR
HP
drop.
I was at. So
well,
hopefully
it
we go when we rest.
we've had a long rest, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about.
So you guys are headed west towards the coast
for beach episode.
for beach episode. All male beach episode.
I mean, I assume there's some female villagers.
They're just background characters.
Wait a minute. There's female villagers.
Yeah.
Alright, so yes, you
I'm gonna
guys.
ult one of them, and then they're just gonna say, "Huh."
Wow. So yes, where we last left off, you guys had
The beach episode will be a fan service for all the girls who won't watch this because they're not people.
Stop! I'm joking.
I hope somebody goes back and clips that where Dyabie says that.
No, I need that die.
What?
Here, you throw this
Already
one. This one's
planned
useless.
Alright, so you guys are headed west after you guys had a grueling escape. You guys, if I last recall, you guys had to stop to replace the tire, which then a bunch of them came up on you, and Dragon almost died.
All the villagers almost died from the goddamn grenade you
Yeah,
threw.
from the grenade, yeah. Yeah, that guy like threw a grenade in, and I think was it Dragon's character that deflected it?
Yeah, one
Yeah, I
of you
think
guys
Dragon
missed.
caught it and threw it back.
I think
So-
it was Spoly's new character tried to grab it, he missed, and then Dragon tried to.
I think I smacked it with my tail.
Yeah, he tail whipped that shit.
So yeah, you guys so you guys got through that, and now you guys are heading east away from the city. West, sorry, west. We're going west.
Okay.
You guys are heading west. You've got this big truck towing another truck. And you guys are all healed up, long rest. So we'll say you guys have about 3 days downtime, which you guys can do anything with.
I mean, not much I can do sitting in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I at least want to ask Cable, like, the way we're going, are we likely to encounter resistance?
Cable says there's a good chance we'll run into Dultonians no matter what big city we go into or big town. He says that the next major town that you guys are going to come across is called Cool Mine.
Cool mine.
Cool Mine. It's a it's kind of it's a big town. It's got a large farming area around it. Normally, like when they need when somebody from Cool Mine needs something like repaired, they like drive into the city. So he hasn't been there in a while.
The city being where we were before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he says he says that there might be Dultonians there, but he doesn't see why there would be. It's not, it's not really that
It's
important.
not contested.
Yeah. It's like the biggest thing they do there is farming.
Farming.
Yeah, and he can't think of a reason for them to be there, or at least have a like standing force there, especially because it's going, it's not at the coastline yet. So he says that we'll probably have to stop there. Hopefully they have fuel because driving for 3 days. And then you siphon gas from or fuel from the other truck. So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you guys are going to run out of fuel at some point.
Yeah, of course.
Haku will give him his $500 ruse.
You give him his $500, and he looks at it, he's like, "Oh, all right, thanks," and he puts it in his pocket.
Then when we get the fuel, he's gonna ask more money.
Because, I mean, if we're eventually going to hit the coastline, we no longer have to worry about going over the mountain. We can just we go across the water instead.
Well, I think if that was the case, the Dultonians wouldn't have worried about going through the mountain. So there's probably a quite a large set of mountains.
Is Cable driving the whole time?
Yeah, he's driving.
Yeah, Cable's driving.
Well, I mean,
heck.
how far in is the place that we're going?
I want to ask if Cable could improve my.
Well,
my
you guys
game.
are just like heading straight west, so you guys
Yeah,
are like
driving.
coming over here to this like river,
Can't take over.
and
driving, and he just pokes around with my gun and tinkers with it.
You don't have land vehicles.
Heck, do I need
Efficiency.
land vehicles to even drive?
I mean, you could drive it.
can
You
learn
just
how to
can't.
drive.
Crash.
You just can't drive it in like high risk situations. Like if like Dultonians like suddenly caught up to you, and you're driving it, and you're like, oh, how do I do like a pit maneuver or something like that?
Also, your gun is your arm, so you'd be driving with only one arm.
That's okay.
So yeah, you guys are headed.
If it's
Not
like
okay.
if it's like road trip and we're just going in
I
like
mean,
a straight
during
line,
the long
you know.
rest, Haku probably would have been foraging to try and help keep everybody sustained.
Oh yeah, you guys stop every now and then to get food, but I mean it's a lot of food that you have to get, which might be why it takes.
Oh, yeah, for all the villagers.
eh,
Too.
Which might be why it takes so long. Like you literally have to hunt like, big game and stuff like that. So, to just
Haku's just straight up tackling elk on his own.
it's like that one anime where he like suplexes the deer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, to simplify it, yeah, you guys, you easily get food. Like you don't have to worry about the villagers. You find big game.
I
At-
presume there's some hunters within the villages as well.
yeah, I mean, they were in the mountains, so yeah, some of them are like,
Yeah.
are skilled trappers, or at least have experience with trapping. So you guys are
Yeah.
well covered in the food department. And there's enough like springs and little creeks that you come across that you can get water from. On top of that, you do like occasionally come across like, people who are either traveling merchants, or they're like, you find like a random house or a random farm where you can go up and get water and other stuff from by giving them money, which Cable might be doing.
To fix the other car, would Cable have needed parts, or is it something you fix?
Yeah, he would need some kind of component to get it up and running. But at this point, even if he could get it up and running now, he doesn't have the fuel to like.
Yeah. I just didn't know if he was going to need parts to fix it later on. Yeah, like if we get to fuel, we can have two.
Oh yeah. He says that if there's some machinery in Coal Mine, he could probably get some of the components. Like, he could at least start working on it while you guys are in town. He obviously suggests like we probably shouldn't stay in Coal Mine for too long. We don't want to bring Dultonian attention to us, especially after decimating like a bunch of their vehicles in the city.
Yeah,
That's their fault.
Is
It's
is
terrible.
there somewhere he's going? Does he have any idea where he's going, or is he just going?
So he in the first day he thought about it. You guys may have brainstormed with him, but he suggests maybe trying to go to one of the like port towns or port cities and trying to negotiate a boat. But that might take some finesse to do, or a good
Or
fight.
just steal one?
Yeah. He explains that it would be kind of difficult, but it seems like the best shot right now is to get a boat and then try to boat it back to Verabria. But I mean, on top of Dultonian warships that you have to battle or evade, there might be pirates.
Yeah.
But he feels confident in your guys' ability, especially since someone has an arm cannon that can blast holes into ships. So
Hey.
That's a very good thing.
I miss my nunchucks.
Well,
your nunchuck, you keep bringing up the nunchucks around him, and he just kind of awkwardly like side eyes.
but who knows? What was the other guy's name?
Sobless.
Sovelus. Yeah, that was. Yeah, he might be going for a walk all the way to wherever we are. It might take him like a month, but he might have your nunchucks.
Yeah, he's Sovelus will be fine. He knows what to do. He always seems to have a plan.
We finally arrived
alright.
at,
You know-
what was it? Coal Mine?
Coal mine.
It's so weird being poor because we can just stay in an inn. Never mind, I have no money.
Yeah, no money. I mean, we've got
Hakku
money.
has
It's just they
money.
don't like it. No, you don't.
You had money.
You gave it to Cable.
All right. So as you guys, at the end of your 3 days,
But Haku's also okay with sleeping outside.
at the end of your 3 days,
Your audio is hacked for me. I can't understand
Spoly's
you.
hecked.
It's so broken for me.
oh, I saw Spoly is muted. I had to fix that.
It
The
talk
audio
to Toaster Spoly.
is not working for me.
No, yeah, no. Why is this a problem,
Okay,
VR chat?
Spoly,
I-
you sound okay to me.
Why? I
Spoly
thought
is the only person it's broken for me.
Yeah,
like, I've
same.
never met anyone else that has their mic broken like that.
VR
he's
chat
fine.
fixed all the
Definitely VR
audio
chat, though.
bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like Spoly's the only one I've ever encountered that happens for. Like everyone else I've ever talked to in VRChat has never had that problem.
Spoly is a rare creature. We need to capture him.
He's too cute for you to hear.
I can hear him. I can hear him twice.
You understand.
Yeah.
Alright.
It lags.
Well,
Very
somebody is on Spoly interpreter duty.
Well-
Duty.
who can hear Spoly?
I can hear him.
All of yous, apparently.
What?
Okay.
It's just me and Maellon, I guess, that can't hear Spoly or can't hear him. Or are you having the same?
He said you're a
Everyone's
bean.
broken, right?
It's broken for me.
So yeah, no.
So
Dyabie?
we
Is audio broken for you?
I figured Kulmine was going to be like a mining
Dyabie
town.
and-
Nah,
Hey,
That's a shame.
oh, it's not.
it's you go in there. It's like block housing. You know, these like perfectly square blocks stacked up on top of each other, and
Also, it's Minecraft town.
Yeah,
no,
1
you
meter
guys.
by 1 meter blocks make everything.
You guys come up on Cool Mine. First you see all the farmland. As you drive into town, it's this long road. There's this like really big clearing because it's been converted into a massive farm.
Hakku collects corn.
That's the odd thing as you're driving through the farm area, you notice that there's a lot of like farm equipment out there. You see like large set tractors and big pipes for irrigation. But the crops don't seem to be doing that well. And
Oh,
as
it's the soulmonger
The land is
again.
cursed.
you guys take a look out, somebody make me a perception check. I guess everybody can make a perception check. Whoever is interested.
I mean,
I say that, but that's
You stole
everybody.
my die. Still yours. Screw you.
I know, I'm using this one. Ha ha ha! I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 7.
Perception.
I rolled a 3. I probably didn't see whatever happened.
Well, I rolled a 16
16.
plus 1.
D20, right?
All right.
16
Yeah,
total.
I did 20.
It seems for Saru and Will, you guys
I did 20.
look out and
You got 20?
I rolled a 20, yeah.
oh, so
Oh,
Saru, Will, and
Drax.
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 You guys look out and you see this like large tractor, and it looks like it's kind of like you can see like the tractor hasn't been moved in a while. Like you see like just kind of
Well, it's got like leaves and shit
Yeah.
growing on it.
yeah, you see kind of like that kind of mossy start to of like it growing like on top of the tractor. Like it looks like it hasn't been used in a good amount of time. So you guys come up to this town, and it appears that it's a single road that runs through it, like a single main road, with several like little off roads that shoot off into alleyways, and maybe like an off road that kind of like goes off into a different farm area, and just but in terms of like actual like major roadways, it's just the one road that goes through it, and you can see that it's kind of set up in like a old Fort and Bailey kind of setup, where it's got like the town, and then there appears to be some kind of like man-made hill, and it's got like, you know, the top of the hill is fenced off into some kind of like defensive wall. So it's like reminiscent of like an old like medieval style of like fortifications, but obviously they've kind of modernized it. They're like
something like a ghetto guard tower.
Yeah, the fort that's on the thing, you can see like they didn't tear down the stone fortress there, but the city or the town themselves, like the buildings have obviously been, you know, torn down, and modern buildings have been built there instead. And you know, you see a well in town that looks like it's still the remnants of like the old well, but it's got a, you know, like a mechanical feature to it where people can use like an automatic pulley to bring water up and down. Other than that, you guys, as you come up, Cable kind of parks the trucks not inside of town, but kind of like far enough away,
like on the outskirts.
Yeah, and he says,
We hadn't gone through it yet. We're just sort of like
yeah,
pulling up to it.
you guys are like in the farm area. So let me get a pen. So like if this is the town and this is like the road that goes through it, and then they're like,
this reminds me of the tiny hut situation.
and these are like the farms that kind of like radiate from the town.
Yeah, I understand.
And stuff like that. And then there's
so it's like the
and then there's
it's
this
like the
there's this fort right here. It kind of goes up, like I said, the hill is like man-made. And then there is another platform, like a dirt platform, and then an actual fort. And then there's like a basic wall around it. You guys are like parked like out here.
Okay.
So there's like more farmland.
Yep.
All right, so
I was thinking it was gonna be like the circle place from Konosuba, like the fucking town is just like a big circle.
I mean, it's somewhat it's somewhat circular. It's been beaten down as most Bailey fort setups are, but like you can tell, like you guys park out here. Cable says maybe it isn't like a good idea to like have the entire village like just march into the city. Just especially there. He thinks he says like I've heard that the coal mine only has one inn. Other than that, I don't. He says I don't think they have much here. Maybe we can purchase some supplies, but he looks at like the farmland and he's like, I'm not sure if we're gonna find food.
Yeah.
But
maybe there's a reason why it's so poorly kept. I mean, we might be able to help them, and in return, we get food and shelter.
Well, we're going to need parts, and we're definitely going to need fuel.
Does the car run on vegetable oil?
No, the car runs on the fossils of magical dinosaurs that died a long time ago.
Wow.
Or did they?
Magical
Plus one gas
dinosaurs.
tank.
Yeah.
David easily can.
All right. Well, probably
buy
most
that stuff
of us
there?
should stay out here, and maybe one or two go in with Cable to get some fuel.
Yeah, you get $500 to burn.
I have 400.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
like your money, right? I thought it
We
wasn't
have
good here.
whatever's in the register.
Yeah, the red.
Oh yeah.
By this time,
That's enough to pay for gas.
by
and
this
stuff.
time, you forced open the register. By the way, if you're interested in opening and getting whatever's inside of it, and you find like $70.
$70.
About 20 of it is in coins.
Remove 70 gold from necessities budget.
Yeah, right. So
Fucking Soulless gets back and it's just like, why did they take the register?
Wait,
yeah,
what-
there's a scuffle. It looks like a goddamn robbery.
All right.
Well,
I'll go in with Cable.
Well, Cable says he says I'm gonna stay here for a while. I want to check up on the trucks before we go in.
All right.
But
Okay.
you guys can go in. I'm just gonna see if we need it and what the extent of the damage is to the truck that can drive.
Yeah.
I can stay and like try. Well, I mean, because he said we're probably not gonna just go in with all our fucking villager friends. So
Yeah, 'cause
I mean, we
it's
might
like
be
that.
able to like build a shelter of some sorts to stay. Oh god, I'm like walking around in my fucking room.
in amongst the cornfields.
Yeah, and just build like a little
Someone's
shelter.
gonna walk up to a little shanty town of
Oh.
homeless people.
Where did all my pens go? Did somebody hit the reset button?
I see a pen right here.
Oh,
There's
that's the
there's
blue one.
Here,
Oh yeah, I don't
yeah,
see
they're all
any
gone.
of the other pens.
someone
Oh.
must have reset.
Rip. I need to get better pens. You know what? I should get that shader that Sweet has. Or whatever that is,
Shader?
the Wacom tablet thing that she has in her world.
That
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is
it's really
nice. I love that thing.
But
Yeah,
I have the link
I'll
for it.
go into town. I'll see if we can get some fuel. I'll hold my hand out for some money.
Cable
And
gives you like
what does fuel cost?
Do we
Uh,
actually not have enough money for fuel?
Yeah. Have we got excessive
he-
amounts of
he-
money related to fuel? Or
he says we should definitely have enough to get
Okay,
some.
yeah.
Yeah, get some.
So yeah, he gives
we'll
you
go
like
in there and see if we can get some first, while he's waiting for parts, and then he can come in and get parts and fuel at the same
You
time.
meow at me.
so yeah,
Knock your head off.
you guys well, Will goes in. Is anybody going with Will?
I'll go with Will. Why not?
I'll stay behind.
Yeah, probably best Drax stays behind. Best Saru stays behind,
Spoly, what'd you say?
so he doesn't talk to people.
It's alright. I already said I was gonna fucking start building a decent place to stay.
Did Spoly
I'll
say
be
he's
with
coming
that.
with us, or is he staying? Or...
Yeah, is Thelnia coming? Yeah, up, down.
He says he does want to
Okay.
go.
Yeah, Thelnia
to
is
see if
coming.
he can find more registers to throw.
Okay, we'll look for some more registers. Alright.
So
he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He does want to go though.
so you go into
So
town.
it's
Uh,
me, Unit 69, and Thelnia.
Okay, Will, Unit 69, and Thunder, you all go into town. You notice that there seems to be some kind of like their houses. There's like a shop, like a general shop. It says
I'm in medium armor, by the way. Just
okay. Yeah, you see like a building that says, general shop and drugstores, groceries, and you come across what looks like to be something of like a police station, or at least some kind of like local watch. Really no fueling stations here. Nothing that is like, we sell fuel. They're
ask around. Some
Are there
people.
like cars like around?
there really isn't any
Well, there's
cars that,
farming equipment.
yeah.
Hmm.
You do see like a large truck with like a flatbed.
Yeah.
But yeah, there isn't like a whole lot of vehicles here. You look for people, and you see somebody walk into a building that has a sign above it called the Dusk and Bailey.
The Dusk and Bailey.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that would be going by the name.
Also, wait, who's
did-
on Spoly translation duty?
He hasn't said anything.
Dyabie.
What? He just said something.
Oh, that's probably why I disregarded it. He says he wants to steal. He says he wants to see about trying and stealing the fuel from the truck.
You want to
well,
try to
Yeah, we'll disregard that.
I'm a good
If
boy
Tony
this
starts
one.
making goo eyes at things, I'm gonna push him along.
Alright. Yeah, so yeah, you go
Because I
in.
already know he has a predisposition to just picking random shit up. I'll peer into whatever that shop was.
Okay,
I
so
don't know what it was from the name.
it does look like some kind of like open establishment. You go up, like the doors have like windows built into them, and you look, and it appears to be some kind of tavern.
Tavern.
And you see inside there. Yeah, so you look inside just through the window, and you see that there's a couple of people here. They all just kind of keep to themselves, and some of them have drinks. There's a bar. There's somebody behind the bar. There appears to be a stairs that go up to like a loft, and you can see doors. So perhaps also doubles it as an inn.
Yeah. Well, keep walking.
All right, you go inside.
Unless there's a broody lone wolf in the corner that that's got a quest. Yeah, keep going.
So you go in.
Keep going, looking for fuel-related places.
Oh,
Or
okay.
maybe
You
someone to
look around.
someone ask.
You find a let's see.
A bum. His name is Spoly.
No, you do like and you go by one of the houses, and there's a man, older man, sitting on his porch and on a wooden chair, and he's just looking out.
Just sitting on it like a just rocking chair.
Yeah, he just seems to be
just having a
idling.
watch.
Yeah.
It's just a regular house just in the middle of town.
Yeah. There's some houses in town.
Alright. Well, seeing as I haven't seen any fuel-related place, I'll go up to him. Obviously within an acceptable. I'm not going to just walk straight.
Yeah.
through his-
You kind of go up. He's on his porch, like he's got this wooden like porch that kind of like drops down into his yard. So you're not like
Yeah.
walking up his porch. You're just kind of like from the street.
Yeah. I'll call out from from an acceptable distance and ask for some help.
You got any fuel?
Yeah, you shout out to him, and he looks. He's like, strangers. I've never seen you before.
Yeah,
How
we're
can-
passing
we're just-
through.
Yeah, just passing through. Just wondering if there's any place around here to get some fuel.
Oh, fuel.
We're on a road trip to the beach for the beach episode.
For the beach episode, beach episode. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's just one of his wires got crossed. Don't mind him.
Wires. Fuel. Yes, fuel. The last truck came in pretty recently. Probably won't be seeing one for a little while. There's not really much need for fuel at the moment.
Oh,
Why is
so
that?
there's nowhere we can
There's a
get any?
lot of farms, a lot of farming equipment. That's all
Oh.
gonna need fuel.
Wow. We did need it at one point, but things haven't really been growing around here recently.
The hell's he shouting about?
What?
I can hear her shouting through your mic.
Oh, so you say you ask why that is?
Yeah, like it seems the main reason for this town is farming. So a farming town that can't farm seems to be a bit of an issue.
Not sure. The farmers said that something's wrong with the soil,
Something's wrong with the
Hmm.
soil.
but I don't see how anything could be wrong with the soil. But I'm not a farmer.
What are you?
What do you do? Yeah.
Me? I own the shop.
Sure. Shit. No fuel. Farms are dying.
If you're all here for a little bit, I'm sure you could wait out for the next truck.
How often does the truck come around?
Once a week.
Once a week. And the truck just recently came by. You said.
Yes.
Mm.
All right.
Do we even have a place to put all the villagers? Or are we gonna have to do the camping, like
Probably not.
in a field somewhere?
Yeah, we've got a rather large traveling
Already.
what are you
Party?
group? Rather large traveling group. Is there any way you can suggest? It doesn't have to be 5-star hotel. Just somewhere to keep the rain off us.
The only
Maybe
place is the Tuscan Bailey. There's about 8 of you. You could stay there. If you've got more, you'll probably have to camp out.
All right.
Do you sell tents at your store?
Tents? Yeah, I sell tents.
All right, let's go just stock up on some tents, and I guess we're camping out.
Is there anywhere we wouldn't get in trouble setting up a whole lot of tents? I'd hate to put it somewhere where we're not allowed to be.
Yeah.
Their campgrounds.
Well, I mean,
I don't think there'd be campgrounds, but somewhere that's not illegal to put camping stuff.
he says so long as you're not, squatting on the farm.
Well,
That's
where
actually what we're
we
planning to
are is
do.
technically on the farm, isn't it?
Well, I guess if we just go further than that, out,
Further
we just
out.
camp
Around the
there. Yeah.
fortress.
Huh?
Maybe somewhere around the fortress.
Do we want to camp next to the
I
fortress?
don't think we should go towards the fortress.
Mm.
Well, yeah, like, if you've got some tents, how many villages are there?
I'm
How,
gonna.
how many? How many in the whole party? You know, like
Yeah, there's like what? There was like
15 or 16,
yeah,
right?
15 villages or something like that.
yeah, plus the 6 of us, 7 including Cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did mention that the Duskin Bailey probably has like 8 rooms that you can rent. He does mention to you that like there isn't a whole lot of travelers that come through Cool Mine.
Yeah,
Not since the
Well,
the Dultonians, occupied.
yeah. That kind of sounds like they'd take advantage of anyone coming through and up the price.
There's 15 villagers, right?
Yeah.
15 villages. Did you write that down?
Oh no, I'm just saying. If there's 8 rooms, each room has 2 beds. We could fit that in easily in that one hotel.
And then do we just camp out?
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, oh, okay. Is it even worth it to spend that much money on the inn, or is it better just like let's just camp
we're
out?
Spending, depends how much for
I
tents.
guess. Yeah, we'll ask how much it costs for enough tents for that many people. So
Because also,
What,
if we plan on staying the whole week,
15
right,
villages.
it's probably
7
cheaper just to buy tents for everyone.
Yeah. And
So
then we'll ask go by the inn and ask how much for the
Mhm.
runes, and then just sort of go back to Cable and give him the
okay.
the
So
situation.
so he tells you he says if I remember correctly, I think I've got 3 tents. All acquired from the Dultonians, but they'll fit 4 people per tent.
Ah,
Four people per tent.
Um,
it's like the fancy ones you can stand up in.
yeah, they've got the rods that you pitch up, and then you like bring
Yeah.
the things out. They're kind of like the box tents with the little steeple top, and some kind of bug net in the front and back. So it doesn't come with the floor when you ask about the tents. It literally just kind of protects you from the elements outside.
Yeah, well that's right.
Yeah,
much for that?
he's got 3 of them, and they're $50 each.
$50 each. All right.
There's
Well,
only 3.
yeah, well
That'll be
that's it.
Heck.
Yeah, $150. All right. Well,
And
thanks for the information. We'll go tell the rest of the group and see what they want to do.
Take care.
All right, and then we'll go back towards the inn.
All right.
And maybe duck in and ask how much are the rooms.
All right, so you duck in. You go up.
Yeah.
You go up to the counter.
Unit 69, keep an eye on Felney. Just make sure you don't nick anything.
Well,
All right.
this is pretty par for bars in this country, especially now where it's a lot of like a lot of people, quiet, sullen faces, just people. There really isn't much rowdy activity as Delner might like.
Yeah, but there's
really-
rowdy
I feel like I'm
activity
in
and a bottle over
freaking
here.
Barovia.
Barovia.
Yeah, there's 2
What you
people
putting me?
sitting by the fire, and they not yeah. So there's no fire. It's just tables, people drinking whatever's in their cups. You notice that one man at the far end of the bar is brooding and has a quest for you.
He's got the little yellow exclamation mark above
No,
his head.
you see a man. He looks like he's at the far end of the bar. You're most certain he's had too much to drink, judging by the amount of mugs he's got next to him. And he is mumbling to himself as he's kind of like trying to keep himself straight in his chair. you go up and you talk to the person behind the counter, and you ask about the rooms, and he says, "Oh, welcome to Coal Mine. You want some rooms? They're gonna be $10 each for the night."
Per night.
Per night.
We might be staying a while. Do you have any upcoming reservations, or is it pretty open?
Yeah, I don't really have any
Yeah, well,
people.
I'm from like a sheltered background,
Yeah.
like like the Hilton, that kind of shit.
He just says like, well, no rooms are rented out right now. I mean, if you've got the money, you can stay as long as you'd like. It doesn't matter if people are coming.
Doesn't matter if people are coming. Yeah, like I hate to be rude, like if someone says they're going to come for a holiday, all right. Yeah, we'll go let the others know, let Cable know.
All right, make
yeah, we'll just sort of
make a perception check. Whoever's in the bar, or whoever's in the tavern. Sorry.
Yeah.
11.
16 plus I think 1.
Tony, don't chase shit. Unless you've got like a plus 30 to perception.
No, it's
Oh wait, I got 5 perception.
5 perception, so you got 21.
okay.
Yeah.
Unit
What
69.
do I see?
You don't see, you hear the man who's mumbling to himself keeps mentioning that he has to get the house ready for guests. He just keeps repeating to himself. He's like, I gotta get the house ready. I gotta.
Does he seem like a crazy homeless person, or is he like
he doesn't look
drunk mumbling?
he doesn't look.
Would
He
you
doesn't,
69 be able to tell the difference between a regular person and a crazy homeless person?
he doesn't look
Well, I
homeless.
feel like it's pretty obvious.
He doesn't look homeless.
Okay.
He does look like he hasn't shaven in a while. Yeah, he's talking to himself, but I mean, you also look at all the things that he's, all the cups around.
What kind of mood is it when he says that? Is he like, oh no, I gotta prepare things, or is it kind of like,
It seems
It's
friends coming over?
probably more like he's half asleep. You're like, gotta prepare the rooms for the guests.
yeah, he keeps
is it like
he
that?
he seems to be like as if like he's trying to remind himself that he's got something to do.
Okay. Well, that's weird, but I don't know what to do with this information.
Oh, you know why we're here? Are you going to bring it up as we're walking out, or
What? He's gonna have guests over?
What kind of guests?
I don't know that I would, because I still don't understand the significance of it, because in my mind, he's gonna have friends over at his house, and I'm not gonna ask if I can stay at his house. Like
fair enough.
this crazy mumbling dude.
Yeah, you see while you're just like kind of like trying to make what of it, but it I mean, it really does just come across as drunk ramblings. You do see like a young girl. She looks like to be like 15, 16 years old, who like comes up and she like takes all the cups. She takes like all the empty the mugs. It looks like she works here, but she's definitely not of drinking age. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah, she seems to work here, and that's really the only other person you see working here besides the guy behind the bar.
On the thing. What about child labor laws?
Child labor laws. That's my daughter. I can make her work if I want to.
What? Yeah. Well, let's go relay to Cable.
Yeah.
Well, what time of day is it? Like midday or afternoon?
Yeah, it's midday.
Midday.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, you go up to Cable, who is, you see his legs sticking out from underneath the truck.
Oh no, we ran him over. No.
So yes,
Yeah,
everybody.
go up to Cable and sorry.
Oh, I said everybody. You see Will Thelnir and Unit 69 return.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anything happen
How
while
long,
we're
is
gone?
it, how long has it been since they've left?
Probably
Oh,
a few hours because it's midday.
yeah. They've been out for like an hour or two.
Like,
Alright,
how much
well,
of the land would you say that I've gotten like flattened out and like kind of cleaned up a bit for us to stay?
Are you flattening out the farmland?
No, well, I guess I
Farmland.
let me rephrase. I'm trying to like make the place suitable to stay in.
what place?
But you're on a farm.
Yeah, are you just like crushing all the plants and stuff?
Wait, are we like actually
Like, what?
on the farm?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
like right next to it.
it's like it's like this, like
next to it, right?
the road like comes out here like this, and then the road is like lifted up, like there's a ditch built onto both sides,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Like for
there
drainage.
and then there is like a small little wire fence, and then farmland.
Over there, right? But we're over here, right?
Yeah, you guys are like technically still on the road. You're just like parked off into
On the
this
side of the
ditch.
road.
Oh, I thought we were like.
Hakku-
Never mind.
Mm,
I think there's farm on
What's
both
that one
sides
I
of the road.
Yeah, it's on both sides.
Can Hakku make a survival or investigation, checking out like the farmland, why the plants aren't growing well? Cause Haku's sad there's no corn.
Yeah, you can make a nature check.
Pull out your soil
Nature.
pH tester.
Hakku eats the dirt.
Okay.
Very high in fiber.
Oh,
On a
Well,
that's a solid 5.
Yeah, you
yeah.
take like a handful of dirt, and you're like, the only way to find out is to eat it, and so you just like put it in your mouth and you taste it, and you're like, yep, that tastes like dirt. Don't know what's wrong.
Haku's
Must be
work
a
here is
curse.
done. They just bad at farming.
let me
It's a battle.
also do that because I can see what Haku's trying to do, and I want to give that a check too.
maybe without eating it.
I don't have any in nature, so it's a flat 12.
Okay, so you have nothing in nature, so like, you know, you could just like look down and like it obviously looks like they're attempting to grow something. Like it's been watered. Like you see like you look out, you see the big piping, and you see it like sprinkling.
Moist.
So yeah, the soil's being watered. You're not quite sure like what is wrong with the soil. Like,
Is the water bad, maybe?
oh, you go chase the sprinkler.
I mean, we're not at the beach yet. This is as close to water as Haku's gonna get.
All right, so you like run out in the farm to the sprinkler. You like, you know, you like cup your hands together. You get a little bit of water and you drink it, and it tastes just like water.
Nice.
Okay, reconfirmed they're just bad farmers.
100% bad farmers. The whole town is built on farming, but they don't know how to do it.
Mhm.
As you
It's a
go out,
shame.
as
It's a
you're
real
like running
shame.
out to the piping, you notice that there's that tractor that's nearby.
I mean, Haku don't know how to use a tractor, but he'll
Wait,
investigate
steals
it.
gas. Steals fuel.
All right,
Still,
you go up to the tractor. Make an investigation check.
Spoly, don't give me okay
what are you
hand.
investigating? Just the tractor's there?
It's not helping your case.
Ooh, I think that is a 17. Yeah.
Investigative.
All right, so you look at the tractor, and you
Mhm.
and you kind of walk around it. There's something off about this tractor. you
Haku's learned a lot of things from lifting the truck for cable. He knows something's off.
so you look and it appears the tractor is stuck as you look to see that the dirt has been basically dug out by the tires. Second, you feel like the tractor is far lower into the ground than it should be for being stuck. Like the
Do I notice if there's like a rodent problem? Like, do they have gophers or something fucking with the plants?
Yeah, like holes in the ground.
Haku's gonna, I guess, search around for evidence of animal infestation.
Can we eat the?
Can he do
The
that?
gophers?
Yeah, make a
survival.
make a yeah, I guess make a survival.
Yeah.
Animals.
I can help you with that if you want.
21.
Okay,
Never mind.
you make a survival check to see if there are like any kind of animal or signs of animals. You're looking for tracks, gopher holes, I
Holes.
guess, like prairie dog holes or some kind of tunneling animal.
Yeah, because the tractor looks like it's sinking. So it sounds to me like maybe there's burrowing animals and they're eating all the roots, and that's why the plants aren't doing well.
You can't find any evidence, at least in this area, that there is a burrowing creature. At least if there was, you should be seeing it like in the mounds of the farm, but you're not seeing any entry or exit points. Especially because gophers
Kick
and
the tractor up.
When they come up, they like create these big mounds, and that's what you're looking for, and you just don't find it.
And Hakku doesn't find like a trapdoor underneath the tractor like with Henry's farm, right?
You try to like get down, but the tractor's too far to the ground for you to look underneath the tractor.
Oh.
Wow, that must be really
All
sunk in
sunken
there.
in.
Yeah. It's gotta be like 2 inches off the ground or something.
Well, I
Hakku,
guess
shall we
he's
try to
gonna-
lift it up?
Heck, I teleported.
Help
I
the
mean,
bad
sure.
farmers out.
Are
Fix
you
their car.
are you here? Are you with me? Are you with Hakku?
I mean, I assume this is happening like while they were out and about.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you got plenty of time to do whatever.
Let's try to move the tractor.
Okay, you both are trying.
Suplex it.
I
Both
flex
both of you
super hard.
both of you make athletics check.
Easy.
Not for
Uh.
Saru.
It's okay. Athletics is something I'm good at. It's an 8.
Oh my god.
22.
All right, so yeah,
Whoa.
you both tried to lift the tractor, and as you like get onto one side and you like try to lift, the tractor does come like slightly out of the ground, like a quarter of an inch, but you guys are now like you can feel yourself sinking to the ground.
Oh shit.
Is
Wow.
the ground just
Wait,
really
say it.
soft? That's so weird.
Hakku doesn't understand. Saru, lift harder.
Is there something buried under the tractor? And,
Who
like,
knows?
the dust is all loose.
Oh, I mean, we could try to tow the tractor out with the car.
Yeah, you gotta drive the
Okay.
car into someone's bloody crops and then pull the tractor out.
Oh, fuck it, right. I keep forgetting we're like in farmland.
That's the whole point of the tractor. It's in a farm. and like you said, there's a fence, so you'd have to drive through the fence.
Oh wait,
Yeah. The fence is like it's literally just a wire fence. It looks like to keep animals out, but you could definitely drive over it. But you know you wouldn't
I'd really suggest against that.
you would like if you drove over it. There's no way you guys could correct it so that it looks like you didn't drive over it.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Oh wait, I have $100.
What are you gonna bribe the tractor to get out?
Yeah. I also have a hunting trap. I have stuff I've never used.
It's
No, but
I just
that's $100 allied dollars, not Dultonian dollars.
Yeah.
You have to use
Nah,
Dultonian
I don't
dollars
think
over
so. I forgot I have. I am poor. I'm a poor boy. I was thinking I had a shovel,
Hakku
but I
doesn't
guess
really
I don't.
know what else to do, so he would just go back to Cable and the villagers and just say, like, Hakku doesn't know. Ground very soft, makes tractor go down. I don't know.
Don't know. Will the villagers know what would make the ground soft?
Hakku doesn't know what to do because he can't solve this problem by fighting.
Punch
That's
him.
the Drakax.
Punch the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, would any of the villagers know, like, if a really soft ground would mess with crops growing?
Well, I mean, they didn't have farm. They probably were all just hunting and gathering.
I'm pretty
Because
sure he
it's
said there was
such a
farms
mountainous
further
area.
out.
they're like you asked the villagers, but the villagers are stumped. Like you hear a bunch of people like, it sounds like moles, and you're just like,
Hakku, check, no moles.
I don't know, maybe there's something in the water.
Hakku, check, water tastes like water. It
Wait,
also
did you actually check?
tasted like dirt. In the distance, Hakku can hear laughing from a person, but he doesn't know why.
Do the villagers have anything else to suggest in taste?
Well, maybe they're just bad at farming.
That's what Hakku say.
Is that it then? That is bad at farming?
Cable kind of like shouts out from underneath the truck. He says like, it doesn't make sense why there would be so many farms if they sucked at farming.
That's what I said.
Ooh.
Well, then
I mean, I don't know.
mechanic, tell Hakku why tractor goes into the ground.
I don't know.
You got a point. He's got to know about vehicles. Why? How
I'm an artificer, not a geologist.
What's geologist?
That's a different subclass.
It's a rock man. A man who likes rocks.
A druid.
Can Hakku go talk to a farmer?
Try to find a farmer.
Yeah, you look about.
Make sure Saru doesn't talk to the farmer.
Oh, because Haku's gonna be better?
Yes, much better.
You look about, and there doesn't seem to be anybody working on the farms right now.
Midday and no one's working. Lazy bums. That's why the crops aren't growing.
Well, no, yeah,
Farmer! See? Hakku say!
what? That's the whole thing. They don't want to take care of the crops, and so they're all dead.
And they're putting water on them, so it looks like what's something.
Maybe it's being overwatered. That's why it's so soft.
You gonna go tell a farmer how to do his job?
Oh, well, it doesn't look like they're doing a very good job of it. No one's working.
Yeah.
You go knock on a random farmhouse, say, too much water!
Well, I don't know anything about farming. I don't gonna fuck with that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure what's going to happen is that we're gonna go to bed, and then something from the ground is gonna swallow us.
Another one way to
We're not
find
gonna
out.
sleep on the farmland. We're gonna sleep like outside the farmland.
It,
we
It'll
gotta
be
it,
okay.
it, it breaks open underneath Dyabie's bed. Only Dyabie's bed.
No.
Everyone else downstairs is unaffected. It just comes out of your floor.
I'm starting to think Toaster has the thing against islanders. First, he sets up a situation where he kills everyone on the island except like a few people, and then he's still trying to kill the remaining ones that haven't died yet.
Ooh. Well, to be fair,
Islanders are people.
Everyone, so yeah, there we go.
I guess,
Done.
yeah.
Fixed. All right, well, are we back? Are we back yet? Are they done with their dirt tasting?
Yeah, you guys are all regrouped.
Right, I'll let
Okay.
Cable know. The fuel truck apparently just come by. It's about a week before it comes by again. There's one as a guy that owns a store. He's got enough tents for 12 people.
Yeah.
There's three lots of 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's an inn with 8 rooms.
8 rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And how many villagers are with us?
15.
15.
So there's 22 people all up.
I mean, I don't need a tent or anything. I could just sentry mode. Easy.
Yeah, you and me can do that.
I mean, I don't mind camping out. Like,
I probably wouldn't do that. I want to go in the house.
of course.
Okay.
Being outside's scary. So yeah, well, you can't just tell all the villagers to camp out. Yeah, we'll give them the option.
Oh, you're asking the villagers if they want to stay at the tavern?
You said you said there's 8 rooms at the tavern. What, like 2 beds per room?
Well, you haven't seen the rooms, but you'd imagine at least 2 people could occupy a room.
Yeah. So that's 8, 16. So that's 15 villagers plus me, and then the rest of you can sleep outside.
Yeah.
And it's $10 a night each.
Yeah. So $80 per night.
Well, what about like Thelnir and stuff? Like, would he want to sleep outside? Because I'm fine with it. The monks are probably fine with
doesn't want
it.
to sleep outside. He's a sheltered boy. I can't hear you, so you're gonna have to talk to someone else.
Dyabie.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Are you listening to Spoly?
Yeah, Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
My bad, Spoly. I'm not used to it. He's saying that he doesn't mind. He wouldn't mind staying outside, but he wouldn't prefer it.
What about you, Drax? Too bad.
I think it's best if Drax doesn't go into town.
Drax is.
I mean, he was already sleeping out in the woods at the other place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. I guess we're all outside except for Evanor.
All right.
He's decided.
So you guys decide to
I'll do the honorable thing and protect the villagers, you know. So yeah, like that's how it all is, you know.
Hakku
That makes
has
sense.
New nickname for Metal Man,
What?
Dainty Man.
Okay.
All right. So that's what you're doing. You're having all the okay.
Yeah, we'll shove all the villagers in the tavern because it's just nice.
All right.
The rest of y'all can sleep outside.
The truck.
Yeah, Cable also stays at the truck because he doesn't
Well, I
want.
mean, there's also the truck that's got the canopy on it, so you could sleep in there as well.
Yeah,
Or could
there's
the
people
rest of
gonna
you
sleep in there.
Yeah, could all of the rest of the people outside sleep in there instead of buying the tents?
I mean, when you bring the option up of sleeping on a bed, they would prefer that, especially after traveling 3 days.
Did you flip
No,
my
like,
cup?
there's
I
people sleeping outside in the tents that is said have no floor. Would they
Yeah.
prefer to sleep in the? Well, yeah, it's these people that are sleeping outside. So.
Oh yeah, I mean you guys can sleep in the truck, but Cable does say that he needs somebody to go into town and
Oh,
see if they've got a bucket of
yeah.
paint.
Are we repainting the cars so that no one can recognize them?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because the front
Well,
truck.
yeah, I completely forgot about Cable. Well, yeah, there's 15 villages plus Cable, so it's
Well,
16.
Cable says that he wants to stay with the truck. He'll just sleep in the
Oh,
cab.
well, yeah, fuck me then, all right?
Okay.
He's
Oh yeah, the cab is probably really comfy. Wait, what?
How to sleep in Cable's truck.
Yeah. And you can sleep along the bench seat in the trucks. Too.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
That's good.
it's
They're all sorted.
all right. So
I'm just imagining just now, like Unit 69 goes and he just goes into sentry mode and he wakes up, he's just like on the ground. He's like sunken in.
Is the ground really that soft?
I mean,
And we tried
if
lifting the truck and we sunk in.
Farmland sounds like.
Okay,
Hmm.
get Unit 69 to go step on the ground and CBC.
All right, I'll do it.
I mean, who's getting the
Just go in there,
paint?
just start jumping up and down.
who's
Oh
getting-
yeah, who's getting the paint?
I'll get the paint. Just give me a shopping list. I'll grab what he needs as best I can.
Oh yeah, he gives you shopping lists. He gives you like $200. Most of it is like some kind of mechanical thing. There seems to be some tools in there, but it says like paint. It doesn't matter what color. Like just get me some paint.
Hmm.
What you do, you go there, and it turns out that's the only thing they have is paint. They don't have the other stuff that he's listed.
They don't have. Well, they're looking at the list all confused. Like, what's a recirculating up and down?
Yeah.
Combobulator. I don't know. You just give me the list.
They give you some paint. It's some like off-white colored paint.
Off white.
Yeah.
Did they have any
that's not very
sweet
tactical.
red? Or like
No. They just have this like
Can we get some red just to make the truck a bit faster?
get pulled over by cops more often.
Maybe some
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
shit. Yeah, don't worry about
it's like an off-white. It looks like some kind of paint used for like picket fences or something like that.
it. Like
Oh.
eggshell, ivory.
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like matte, like not even shiny.
No.
Tar paint.
It's not shiny. It's yeah.
That
just
car's gonna
house
look
paint.
real dumb if we.
Alright, yeah,
Whatever.
I'll get the thing and usher the villagers into the.
Alright.
It would like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, can we make it look not sus? So there's like a whole bunch of people coming into town and.
I mean, there's no way you can like hide it. You're bringing a bunch of people into town.
Fair enough.
You do.
I'll give them some cameras and tell them to take photos of things and look like tourists.
Look, wear the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. We get some Hawaii shirts. There we go.
All right, so yeah, you bring everybody in, and the guy behind the counter is like, holy hells, like this is so much business. I've never had this much business before. Like this is a lot of money.
You really left an impression on me, mate. Your businessman sense is top notch, and I've been all over.
Oh man, there's so much money. Look,
Yeah.
breakfast is on me.
Breakfast is on
Hey.
you.
I mean, I don't
what an
have-
exemplary.
I don't have a whole
Man.
lot. That might be like an egg a person, but
In the
person.
dying cornfields, a Hakku silently cries to himself.
One egg, but what? Maybe you've got some rotting fish still or something. I don't know.
You can have my egg. Don't worry.
You don't get an egg.
Well,
So it's
like
no, it's what
it's
I
only
prefer,
me in the
but like then
villages.
yeah.
It's only
Okay,
me in the
whatever.
villages. Y'all are still
He
making
has
the
like
truck.
he has like a drive in his body that like like the CD drives, but instead it just like and it's like a griddle. He can cook an egg on it.
And so when all the villagers in the rooms,
Yeah.
is there somewhere I can sort of like century sort of stay where I can see all the rooms?
Oh, like in the hallway.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
not
it like
actually in the rooms, just
it
sort of
like
in the hallway.
goes like up. So it goes up some stairs. Then there's like a loft area where you can see like the doors are. You can see the doors from down there, and then it like goes down like a hallway, and then it turns, and then there's some more rooms down that way, and then it ends. So like
Alright, so I'll probably just sort of like sit in the corner of the
yeah.
the corner bit. Yeah.
So that you like find your roosting spot.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll ask if you got like a chair I can sit on at least.
Yeah, he
uses roost.
gives you a stool. He's like, yeah, I've got one right here, and he gives you, like, he goes around and he like
Yeah.
pulls one from the bar.
Thank you. And
I
well,
can't wait to have
that's me for the
fucking
night.
Galarian wheezing alongside my Regigigas.
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about right now?
Oh, I
Talking
just thought
about
about Pokemon.
Pokemon's because he said roost.
Yeah.
You nerd.
Earthquake gets you then.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because you won't have
Alright.
levitate to begin with.
So are we all asleep now? Do we figure
You guys
out
rest.
all the stuff that we need?
Yeah, well, I'm done. If any of you guys wanted to do anything,
All right, I sleep.
All right.
did Tony want to get a big ear of corn and whack people with?
What? There's no corn. It's all dead plants.
Each kernel does 1d2.
Dude, that'd be pretty awesome.
The hell is a D2? Just like a fucking tablet? Flip a coin?
No, well, you roll a d4 and have it.
What happens if you roll a 3?
Well, it's rounded, obviously.
Yeah, a 3 is a 3. A 3 is a 2. So you guys rest for the night.
D3, you roll a 6 and have it.
You guys rest for the night. Will stays at the tavern. Eventually that guy who's mumbling to himself leaves. Everybody else is at the trucks, which
Did the guy mumbling himself not pay any attention to all the people walking in?
no, he doesn't seem to pay attention.
Alright.
He's so
He's
poor he
very
can't even
drunk.
pay attention.
Everyone at the truck, Cable like throws a quick coat of paint onto the Dultonian truck that you guys took. He also like tries to remove some prominent features of the truck so it, doesn't look like a Dultonian truck that was painted.
Break things off. Hawker can do that.
Just pull the hood ornament off. That's like the Dultonian king.
Yeah.
They got that on there.
Fucking the Daltonian swastikas that are on the side.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely need to paint over those.
So you and then you guys rest there. Yeah, your night goes pretty uneventful. Nothing really happens. The farmers go home. You guys do see like some people kind of like eye the trucks as they walk by, and go back to their homes.
Did you want to stop any of the farmers walking by? Are you actually seeing
I
any?
was gonna say, am I awake?
Yeah, you see them.
Why are you guys so bad at farming?
You guys are like eating dinner at in there. Like you go and you
Stop it! Hakku has question!
what is it? What do you want?
Who are you?
He
Why
looks
is farmers
he looks like he's
tractor sinking in floor?
He-
Hakku found no moles.
he's had a few, and he says the hell I know. Like if I knew, I'd solve the problem. I wouldn't be scrounging up for money to buy beer.
Triple confirm. Bad farmer.
Do you say that?
No, but in Hakku's mind, he has like the investigative thing on his chin. He knew it all along.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just walks back home, unless you have more questions for him.
I mean, no, this guy seems dumb as rocks. Which is
Quad-
saying something.
There is no
He
quadruple
can't grow
confirmed bad
corn.
fathers.
He's a rock.
Dwayne the Rock
All right.
Johnson. Can't believe you got to meet him. And called him a bad farmer.
All right, so
I'm gonna tweet that at him now.
you guys
You're a bad farmer.
awaken. Will you boot up? So does Unit 69.
Hear the fan. Beep.
You open your eyes and a big blue screen like pops up in front of your eyes, and it's
Shit.
asking you if you want to update your Windows 10 because they're no longer going to be supporting your version if you don't do
Oh
it.
god, you're gonna be out like another 6 hours.
No, shouldn't it do that when you shut down, not when you boot up?
It does both. It does both.
My computer at work fucking does that, and I hate it.
Oh, when you boot up.
I'll boot up, I'll be doing something for like maybe 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden it just shuts down and says, I need an update. I'm just like, why? You should have done
You're
this
working fine.
16 hours ago.
All right, but
Anyway.
but will you hear the sound of a vehicle outside? It's kind of faint because you're inside of a building.
A vehicle.
Yes,
Does it sound large?
it sounds familiar.
Familiar. Well, maybe Cable fixed the thing and got some fuel. I'll sort of go down and have a look.
All right, you go down. Not a lot of people in the tavern, in the main tavern floor right now.
Like it's early morning, so like
yeah.
dawn or later, or
Yeah, it's like dawn. It's like dawn. And you take a look out the window, and you see 2 Dultonian cars pulled up in the center of town, coming from
the center, not directly in front of the inn.
No. Coming from, so you guys came from like this direction.
Yeah, we're coming in there.
The cars
and so
came
they're coming from the other way.
Yeah, they're coming from the other way, and they park. You see 7 soldiers, and one really Saru dies. One really heavily armored person.
One heavily armored person.
Yeah, let me.
Well, now that I've seen it's Dultonians, I was sort of like slinking back and hiding. But
This person.
who dat? Oh, she's cute.
That's a Final Fantasy
It's-
character.
Is that a shotgun axe?
Yo!
It's
Hell
it's
yeah.
like some kind of short-barreled rifle. But yes, it's got an
With an
axe.
Yeah,
axe.
that's
Dude,
it's a
that's
fucking
awesome.
ruby weapon. It's a ruby weapon. It's an axe,
Ruby
but it's also a gun.
I mean, if you haven't noticed, most of the Dultonians seem to be equipping weapons that also have melee capabilities.
yeah. Well, it only makes sense.
Is she also a
Um,
dragon? Does she have like the? Oh no, she doesn't. Okay, I bet she had like those horn thingies that the Auras have.
But you see her. She's like, she doesn't have like, she has like
Is she
this.
that happy? Because that makes me concerned.
Yeah, is she happy or is she like sullen or?
No,
probably can't see from where I am.
she's not like, you can't quite tell.
Cheerful.
But yeah, she has like plated armor, and you can see like the uniform kind of like some of the uniform like come out of the armor, but it seems to be made like mostly of some kind of metal, as opposed to like the regular Dultonian soldiers that have like the like kind of thick like canvas type uniform with like some kind of like plating.
Yeah, this is full plate armor.
Yeah.
This is female Zasu from our first playthrough.
Oh shit! If that's the case, we're all gone.
But yeah,
fucking Zasu and that one barbarian beat the shit out of each other.
I mean,
so yeah,
cleave someone in half.
You see them go up. Most of them leave their vehicles. You see two of the soldiers kind of just stay with the vehicles, and they go up into the fort.
Into the fort. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the case. I'll go into whichever, like the elder man's room, whichever one that one is.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and I'll just let him know, just there's Dultonians around, but just act natural. You should be all right. You blend in anyway.
He says, I put my trust in you.
All right. I mean, I assume they do blend in amongst normal people.
Yeah,
no
they
dress code
the
or anything.
only thing is that I mean their numbers is the only thing that
Accent.
I mean there's some things that like their clothing might throw them off, but like the biggest thing is the amount of people inside of this town all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They just sort of don't come out all at once, kind of like back in the things, but
yeah.
But just sort of try and act natural. And then I'll probably sort of leave them as they are there and go back and let the rest of them know what the go is.
All right. So
there's a kind of cute girl in full plate, and she went to the castle.
Another cute girl, and then another young girl, and another cute girl that's also evil.
Can I make a mental note not to let Dyabie talk to this person under any circumstances?
So yeah, you leave the tavern.
I haven't seen you here.
Are you trying to sneak out of the tavern?
Well, does it look like they're sort of like loitering around, or are they all gone up to the castle?
There's two of them that's by the cars, and they don't appear to be looking like they're not looking. They're just kind of.
They're not at attention. They're just sort of standing there.
They're like chit chatting with each other. One of them lights up a cigarette.
Shit. A short rest is like an hour or so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn. I was thinking maybe I should go to the light armor to try and act natural myself.
Well, isn't it like morning? Like, can't you switch it in the morning, or is it too late now?
Well, I mean, I didn't say that I was going to switch it over the long rest, so it's a bit late now. I would have stayed in the armor configuration just in case someone had come up. Can I ask is like the tavern owner hanging around, or?
Yeah, he shows up. It's actually the young girl shows up.
Oh, the young girl shows up.
Yeah.
Can I ask her if there's like a back door to the tavern?
She says there's a door through the kitchen. Why do you need it? What are you asking? Why are you asking about it?
Shit.
Yeah. What's it like being on the other side?
Huh? I'm not
When you gotta explain shit to a little girl.
Yeah, well, like a 16-year-old girl asked me, like, why do I need to go out the back door? I'm not going to tell her. Well, my whole town has come over from the other side of the border, and we're trying to get back, and yeah, like we're on the run from the police, and
Hey, well, if he's 16, just be like, I don't have to tell you. You're the boss of me.
yeah,
And just walk
I'm not
away.
going to be an asshole. Um, I'll say, like one of my friends upstairs, they dropped something out the window out the back. I dropped something out the window out the back.
Make a deception check.
Windows?
A what?
A deception check.
Deception?
Deception. I wasn't sure if it's deception or persuasion. What's my deception? Got 1. Oh, 5. So 6.
6. She like takes a moment and is just looking at you, and she says, "Okay." And
Alright, well then I go out the back then.
yeah, she takes you through the kitchen. Kitchen's very bare. It seems like alcohol is the only thing that this place really like serves. Go ahead and make
and a couple dozen eggs.
make a investigation check.
Investigation. I think
you
I've
go,
got.
Spoly.
Actually, you know what?
This is
Don't
for
not
you.
investigation. Make a wisdom cooks utensils check.
A what? Oh, wisdom plus utensils.
Yeah.
Wisdom or?
So
I thought you let me use intelligence for that.
this is you're trying to spot something.
Okay, wisdom.
The
Alright,
query
so
can change.
So
Yeah.
it's -1, but
Uh,
add your proficiency bonus, which is so it's a +2.
19, 21.
Okay, you're looking at the kegs that are all like tapped in and stuff like that, and you notice that there are buckets of water next to the kegs, and you are most certain they're using the water to dilute the beer to increase their, you know.
It's not my business.
Well, that's just what you notice as you go through. You're just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're
Yeah, I
most certain that they're watering the beer down to increase the volume of it.
Alright, so
Dude,
yeah,
this
my
sucks.
my perception of this businessman has gone down a little bit. Like we all got to make money, but there's like this integrity,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not sure.
I make a note to tell
I mean,
the
it definitely
to tell
sounds
the
like they're desperate to
townspeople that-
ration out what little food they have left.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah,
Does there seem like there's a lot of beer and they're needlessly diluting it, or diluting it out of necessity?
you'd have to come to the assumption that they must be doing it out of necessity. You also remember Henry saying that they take most of the food, and if this farm is not doing well and the Dultonians come in and take what they do have, and
Yeah.
it does some like line up like they don't have a whole lot.
No
Oh,
worries.
no.
And yeah, I'll go out the back door and I'll give it a good old Will pat on the head.
And yeah, head pat check. It's a good head pat.
And charisma. Yeah. So 13. Yeah, good, excellent.
Not
Thank you. And then I was
not too rough. Not too rough. Enough to leave a good impression.
Yeah. good.
Even though she knows you're a lying sack of shit.
Yeah, well, she's a kid, so whether I'm lying or not doesn't matter to her. So yeah, like I'll wait till she's out of she goes back in out of eye shot, and I'll sort of make my way back to them through sort of like
Alright.
behind the buildings and whatnot.
Make a stealth check anyway.
18.
Yeah,
plus
you
whatever.
you leave quietly, and you also shut
Yeah.
she leaves the door open for you because you said you're just gonna go get something and come back, but you quietly shut the door behind you after of course she leaves, and you make it back to the truck.
Alright. Yeah, I'll specifically Cable. I'll let him know that we've got some company in town. They're not specifically looking for us, but I didn't like the look of the cute girl.
I don't like cute girls.
There was a cute
No,
girl.
I like cute girls. I don't like them in full
Cut
plate
out.
with what?
There was a cute girl.
Yeah. So you wake up Cable. He's like still sleeping when you open up the door,
You're all
and
still sleeping, man.
and-
I've been to work, and you're still sleeping.
and he's like, oh shit, Dultonians in town. Oh man, that's not good.
Can I describe as best I can? Sort of like
Yeah,
plate dress, silver, white hair. What is that?
yeah, it's like a white hair.
Pink highlights.
I don't think I'd be able to tell highlights from where I've seen.
Yeah, you just pointed out, and you like describe it.
Doesn't sound of anyone of note.
He says, I don't know anyone that's like that. I've never heard of anyone that's like that. I mean,
Fair enough.
the officers seem to really enjoy their individuality. There must be some kind of officer.
Well, maybe like don't put the grunts down. They probably, I don't know, they style their uniform as best they can within protocol.
Within protocol.
No need
Yeah,
to be rude.
officers don't seem to follow any kind of protocol.
Yeah.
This is a Japanese high school.
I don't know, but like, you know, like maybe they got a pin or something they like they're allowed to have. I don't know.
It's like Citrus, where everyone's the same except for the one main girl.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we all know how that ended up.
No, I don't. Why don't you explain it to me, Dyabie?
And
Probably
is
best not to explain that on stream.
I'll just say it is a girl love anime.
Okay.
A unconsensual girl love.
Unconsensual?
I mean, it becomes consensual eventually, but it's
Oh,
probably not the
well,
best.
it's rape into submission.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make it sound better. I'm saying it gets worse.
Oh dear.
But yeah, you and Cable says, well, that's not good. We're we're stuck here until we can get those. I need some parts, and we need to get that fuel. Like, we can't go anywhere. Hopefully they haven't heard about what happened in the city. Maybe they'll just leave.
Is the truck like completely empty of fuel?
There's not enough. Like
did it like stall at this point, or have you got enough to
I can
maybe drive a K
You probably
away or
stopped
something?
at the town because it's a town, right?
yeah.
Well, here's the thing,
it-
is if things do go south, we just beat them up and take their fuel.
True.
We're just collecting cars now.
Yeah. As long as no fireballs.
D&D Grand Theft Auto.
No promises.
It's just a shame none of us have proficiency with land vehicles to hotwire them.
Yeah.
Would thieves' tools work?
No.
So yeah, you
Yeah. So I'll let Cable know. Let the rest of y'alls know. I think that's about it. The villagers are all right for now. They're blending in. I told them to act natural.
Okay, so you tell us this, so tell me more about this girl.
You're not allowed
No,
to
I'll
talk
talk
to
to
her.
her. Yeah.
Nothing you need to know, Saru.
You don't know me, Drax. You're the new kid in town.
What the heck?
Put your head in the toilet and give you a noogie.
Drax, you're not allowed to talk to Saru.
all right. So what are you guys doing?
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm probably going to work.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna
There's
go.
like
You're
3
gonna.
minutes left.
You're gonna go work on cars in real life while Cable works on cars here.
I know.
While Cable works on cars here.
I know.
That's funny.
We're like stuck in that situation again where like we have to wait for something to happen. Like when we first got into
I
the
mean, you
first
don't-
I
you
town,
mean, I
don't
guess we'll
have
go
to.
back to the track. Or shoot,
the tractor.
do we
Wait,
see the
did-
farmer head back into town? Can I ask him if he had fuel in the tractor? Can we take the fuel?
Can you pay for the fuel, not take it?
You haven't seen the
Yes.
farmer go back into town.
Or you can ask Cable. Maybe he can
Okay,
get some
well,
bits he needs
then
off
Hakku
that
will
tractor.
go harass him at the house.
Go up to his house.
You have to
harass
go
him.
find his house.
Okay,
Are there
it shouldn't be
obvious
that hard.
farmhouses on the plots, or is it
I will
just like it's just
survival
one
to
big
track
field?
his footsteps from
Yeah,
last night.
there are a lot of like
Make it soft ground.
there are a lot of houses around. Yes. Usually there's like one per farm, and then there might be like other farm structures like barns or silos.
Oh, so the guy
Gotcha.
mumbling was probably getting it ready for those people. He probably lives in the castle, or works in the castle.
Um.
Dyabie's not allowed to talk to anyone, not even Saru. Dyabie.
All right. Well, that's where we're gonna end the session then, since
Okay.
it's having.
It's an alright place to stop it.
Well, welcome to Coal Mine. We've
Coal
got
Mine.
we've
It's
got
no mines,
farms.
and it's not cool.
Not that cool. To be honest.
Yeah,
Watered
there's no
down beer.
mines, and it's not cool.
Watered down beer. What the
Is that
fuck
nice,
is this
please?
swell?
No farms. Yeah, it's kind
Oh
of.
no, so it's like the first time where like we first came in here, we're like, fuck, we don't know what to do because we were like fucking put here against our will. But then this time it's like, shit, what do we do? God damn it, the enemy's already found us.
You just have to wait and see what they do. Or, I mean, you can storm the castle if you want, but that might end
You
up like
want
the other
Hakku,
game.
secret agent man into the castle?
Secret agent man.
Mhm.
Secret.
Is there a way to secret agent man into the castle, or is it just like just sheer walls and then one door? 'Cause
It's
that's
like
how I imagine
it's-
castles would be.
Well, I mean, it's a fort, but it's got these like steep like dirt cliffs, and there is
Probably got
the
people watching.
there is like a wooden like fence around it. There is a small stone keep inside of it, and there is a pathway that leads up into it. But there's no guards or gates or anything. It seems like
Hakku can hardcore parkour.
Can we just use
Wow.
explosion on
you
that?
explosion. You could
You have to do it on the same castle for like a month. Once every day.
you could just go straight up into it. Like there's no front gate. It looks like there might have been a gate there once, but it's not there now.
Yeah, but you don't want to walk straight into it. He wants to secret agent man through it.
You can't just simply walk into this castle.
One does not simply walk into the keep.
Yeah, well,
Except I can't because I'm proficient in stealth. Look, I'm gonna roll for
yes, you
stealth.
are.
I rolled a
good
7. 15.
+6.
He rolled a 7. Like he rolled a 1.
I can go invisible.
Oh, you rolled a 7.
Monk in here.
Oh yeah, Drax can invisible and go for a walk.
Do you?
Okay. 30
Okay, well,
minutes,
if that's
alright?
the end, I go. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm gonna go play some more Final Fantasy now that I got my glamour done. I hunted 3 days for
I'm
it.
also signing off.
Your subligar, your hard-earned subligar.
No. Who dares? Actually, I'm gonna go take a shower and then I'm gonna go get burger with Niji.
I'm going to end the stream.
And we wait another 2 weeks for the next D&D session.
Why? You can't play next week?
No, I just.
Oh my goodness. I had a